making this video. I wasn't expected to have this topic erased at all. I honestly thought that particular family member that is doing really well, because I'm the black sheep of the family. I only finished year 10, and I wasn't the apple of the family at all. That's all I can say. But that particular family member who's been better than me, who has finished university, who has gone to a private school during her youth, and just had another baby. And I wasn't really expected to have this discussion, because I felt really bad to myself, because this comparison when I went to their child's birthday party with 100 guests plus, and those guests were having a lot better, bigger, luxurious car than me, and I wasn't doing too well comparison to them. And let's just put it that way. Obviously, I work my head off for where I am, but I don't brag or show, even though I still got a money problem. And long story short, that's the way how it is. So I felt bad, attending to that birthday. I said to myself, why am I in this position, or X, Y, and Z? But today, particularly, that family member wanted to discuss with me. And I didn't know what to say, because, I just, I told them my struggles, and my hardship, and I have to give up, my cars, because of my separation, X, Y, and Z. And I wasn't expected to have a 50-minute phone conversation where we couldn't able to have a face-to-face meeting. And that being said, it is what it is in life. And even though we didn't have the chance to meet or greet, things turned to a toll that discussing about her struggles and her mortgage. And owning 2 properties and putting large amount of money on reno on the current property that they stayed in, and now telling me a story about their struggles. The last time I met with them properly, they're talking about having a Mercedes, whether it's an all-wheel drive or whatever, a 5-seater or 7-seater, and they're arguing about between 5 or 7-seater. And obviously, they're doing really well. But with the notion of keeping up with the Jonas, it started to realize their struggle. And I knew that they're in struggle. I knew they had to do this. And I'm not here to say anything. People who wants to get on big debt in the early marriagehood, good on them. I'm not here to say anything bad about it. But for me to look at the whole thing, explaining to her that we're all in a mess, right? I discussed about her other family member, how they are, and a little bit comparison, and we're not doing too well. And especially with today's climate, with the cost of living and interest rate, alright? That being said, and struggles and everything like that. And for me, I have to downgrade from my work in order to spend time with my daughter. And obviously we have 2 different paths. One is taking a huge debt, and now the repayment, whatever, is so struggle. The other one is just basically the family is controlling my partner to go ahead, X, Y, and Z. Both of them is really, really good outcome, depending which way you look at. But for my family member who communicates with me, and I told my mate about this whole situation, and he made it very clear to me. He's saying all this time that family member hasn't communicated with you. Now out of the blue, she wanted to communicate with you. And that particular family didn't look up to me when my daughter turned 1 year old. They cancelled in the last minute. So whether it's looking down on me or whatever, it is what it is. I'm not here to judge. I keep it neutral. I'm the most neutral Chinaman you ever met, because Chinese people are very judgmental. And when I look at it, it makes sense. I'm like, now that family member is in struggle, knowing that I'm earning good money, and is probably hinting that they need support. And for me, I'm just there, I'm like, man, I don't know what to say. You know, you guys taking a big loan, huge debt. And I gotta thank my mentor. If my mentor didn't guide me to be vigilant when it comes to times like this, I'm in the same boat as my cousin as well. Alright? But at the end of the day, I'm glad that I didn't take that route. But if I was continue with my relationship with my partner, I would have steered me in that route. So at the end of the day, it's very hard for me to make this video to see one of them is crumbling. But at the same time, I didn't suggest or did anything for them to purchase the house or whatever. I even told her that life wouldn't be this stressful if you kept in your first investment property instead of the second and third. It would be manageable. And obviously they're gonna complain X, Y, and Z, whatever. But I'm just there, I'm like, you gotta downsize some at point of time. Whether you get rid of this property or that property or this car or that car, it has to come somewhere to get to that level. For me, I gotta get rid of one car, and after that I gotta get rid of a second car, because I gotta minimize my debt level. For them is they don't want to compromise, and they're stuck with a huge loan, and this is where it becomes a problem. So for me to look at the whole thing, I don't know what to say, because once upon a time nobody wants to talk to me, and now people start talking to me. Okay, it is what it is. So I'm just here, just revisit everything, and to give me all these flashback memories with that particular family member. And me right now, I'm in no good position as well. I still got to pay off the remainder debt as well. So all I'm saying in this video is the fact that I'm glad that I didn't follow the keep up with the Jonas. I was very close, and it was by forced. When it's by force by the partner and being pussy whipped in a relationship, it is what it is. But now I'm looking at it, many people are in the same boat as my cousin. So what my mate's been telling me, in the future this particular family member is going to ask me for money. The problem is that no matter how much money I give, the problem with the whole thing is that this interest rate and cost of living is still going to skyrocket. And if they're not willing to compromise or downsize or getting rid of their property or houses or cars, I don't see there's no point giving, because it's a dead route already. If they try to get rid of X, Y, and Z, I'll help them out. But other than that, it is what it is. I can't say anything about it.